So, you've fought your way out of debt, and that is a huge deal. Now you're probably looking around thinking, okay, what's next? Well, a huge part of that fresh start is rebuilding your credit. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to repair, rebuild, and protect your credit so you can get the great score you absolutely deserve. Let's dive in. But first, let's get real about what we're actually talking about here. This isn't just some abstract number. Bad credit has a real, tangible cost that can follow you around for years, even decades. The question isn't just if it costs you, it's how much is it costing you right now. Okay, check this out. Look at this comparison between Jack and Jill. They both take out the exact same $10,000 loan, but Jack, he's got a great credit score, so he gets a nice 9% interest rate. Jill, on the other hand, is stuck with a 24% rate. And the difference is, well, it's staggering. Jill is going to spend an extra 14 years paying off the same debt, and she'll end up handing over almost $16,000 more in interest. Let that sink in. $16,000. That right there is the real cost of bad credit. All right, so if we want to change that story, we first have to understand the rules of the game. And that means knowing exactly what goes into your credit score in the first place. This right here is the FICO formula, and it shows us that two things matter way more than anything else. See that big slice? 35% of your score is just your payment history. That's paying your bills on time. And the next biggest slice, at 30%, is amounts owed. Basically, how much of your available credit you're using. You add those two up, that's 65% of your entire score. If you just focus on those two areas, you're going to see the biggest results, period. So let's quickly break these down. Payment history, that's simple. It's your track record. Do you pay on time? Amounts owed, that's also called credit utilization. It's just how much you owe compared to how much you could borrow. Length of history is just what it sounds like. It rewards you for having a long, stable credit history. New credit looks at how many new accounts you've been applying for recently. And finally, types of credit just shows that you can handle a mix of things, like a credit card and maybe a car loan.
And hey, let's bust a really common myth right now. You hear all the time that your debt-to-income ratio is a big part of your score. It's not. It's just not in there. Why? It's simple, really. Your income isn't on your credit report, so the FICO formula has no way of even knowing what it is. Now, a lender might look at it separately when you apply for, say, a mortgage, but it has zero direct impact on your actual score.
Okay, now we know the rules. It's time to get in the game and take action. This is the part where you get to slay some of those dragons from your past by cleaning up your credit report. And you know what the best part is? You can do all of this yourself, for free. And please, don't fall for those credit repair scams. This quote, it's from the Credit Repair Organizations Act, and it says it all. No one, not you, not some company, can legally remove negative information if it's accurate. The whole point here isn't to magically wipe the slate clean. It's to make sure the story your report is telling is 100% true. And you know what? The process is so much simpler than you think. It's literally just 3 steps. Step 1, get your credit reports from all 3 bureaus. That's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Step 2, go through them with a fine-tooth comb and look for mistakes. And 3, dispute any errors you find, in writing. That's really it. So what kind of errors are you hunting for? You're looking for the big stuff. Ask yourself, is this account even mine? Hey, wait a minute, I paid that on time. Why is it marked late? Is this old negative thing still on here after 7 years? Finding and fixing just one of these kinds of errors can give your score a serious boost. Once your report is all cleaned up, the past is officially behind you. Now it's all about building for the future. This next part is about creating a brand new positive history that shows everyone you're a responsible borrower. The best place to start for a lot of people is with something called a secured credit card. It's pretty simple. You give the bank a small cash deposit, maybe $200, and that becomes your credit limit. Think of it like training wheels for your credit. It's a fantastic, low-risk way for you to prove you can make those consistent on-time payments. And after you've done that for a while, you can graduate to a regular unsecured card. Now listen up, because this is probably the single most important rule once you get that new card. Remember that amounts owed category we talked about? To master that part of your score, you have to keep your balance below 30% of your credit limit, always. So if your limit is $500, you never, ever let your balance go above $150. This shows lenders you're in control and you're not relying on debt to get by. So, you've done the repair work and you've started rebuilding. Fantastic. But how do you protect that shiny new credit score for the long haul? Well, you live by 5 simple rules. Just think of them as the 5 Ps. First, pay on time. Every single time. It's 35% of your score, you gotta do it. Second, purchase only what you know you can pay for right away. Third, pay off your balances in full every month to avoid that killer interest. Fourth, plan when you apply for new credit. Don't just do it on a whim. And finally, if you have to carry a balance, always pay more than the minimum payment.
Look, at the end of the day, your credit report is more than just a number. It's your financial story. You now know how to go back and edit the past chapters, and more importantly, you know how to start writing brand new ones. The power is completely in your hands. So the only question left is, what will your story say next?